Are we going? So, welcome back to Doc Talk Live. Doc Talk Live, we want to try to bring medicine to you. If you have questions, please try to type them in. Even if you're watching the feed later on, your questions would be great. Yesterday, we were with Mr. Snow, and we were talking about his chronic condition, which has gotten worse over the last 5 months, in which he was having pain in his back and down his left leg. We went over his imaging, and we discussed that we thought the largest probability was the little ruptured disc or moderate-sized ruptured disc that had extruded in his back at L4-5 going down his left leg was where we thought the source of the pain was. He had prior blocks, so we discussed putting medicine actually into the disc itself. So this is a procedure that will sort of dictate how things go in terms of what we do when we start seeing where the medicine travels. So we're set up here. We've prepped the patient. We've drawn up our medicines. We've got x-ray guidance. And I have what I call my redneck pointer on the skin. I'm going to make a little skin wheel here just to anesthetize the skin. Gives us a chance to check on Paul and see how he's doing with his sedation. And apparently he's doing pretty good. Paul, are you doing all right? That sounds like he's doing good. I might start singing to you, Paul. Okay, a little pinch, pressure. Good. Okay, and so now I'm just going to guide the needle to my target, which is that L4-5 disc. I've chosen the left-sided approach because I might come back and block the nerve at L4 and L5 later. But right now we're just putting the needle down into the disc space. Okay, save that image, put it on the right. We see the needle going into the disc. Let's go AP. This is a front to back view. I'm going to advance the needle just a little bit on. Perfect. Tilt towards you just a little more. Good. Perfect. Save that, put it on the right. Now let's go lateral. Sorry, Blake, but I'm going to have to come in on this side, I believe. Get to my tray. So I'm in the middle of the disc on the AP. I'm slightly lateral on the lateral, meaning that the needle's slightly deep, but it will work. Save that image, put it on the right. And so now I'm going to put in what's called a contrast agent. It will basically light up inside the disc, go live. And there's the medicine going into the disc, and it just started to get back into the back of the disc where that little rupture was. Some antibiotic, okay, and now the medicine. We're going to go live again. And that causes some discomfort, which is a good sign. Usually when they have concordant pain, it's an indication that we're in the right place.
That is the disc that's causing his pain.
Exactly. So I'm going to let that set up a little bit. Let's raise the table. Not the table, the C-arm. Good. Okay. So now, I don't per se see that leaking. A little more contrast in there. On live. Putting more medicine in there to light up the disc. On live. I'm starting to get on. Maybe a little bit of the medicine is coming out the back, which is what I'm really looking for. On. Off. Good deal. On. And in a few minutes, that will set up. Pull this back. On. And now have the needle back into what's called the foramen. On. On. Save that, put on the right, go AP. So we've put medicine inside the disc. It has went to the back of the disc, but it hasn't necessarily leaked out into the epidural space. Save that image, put it on the right. And now let's see if we can outline any of the nerves. Go live. Okay, good. Save that. So that's the L4 nerve right here. That's the L4 nerve. Let's go lateral again. Yes, please. Let's drop some more contrast. And save that. Let's go back to an AK. Go. Okay, good. So now I'm going to put a little medicine around that L4 nerve that goes down his left leg. Good. Okay, on. Now bleed back toward me all the way. Push the machine towards you. Good. So now I want to put some medicine around the L5 nerve. So I put medicine in the disc. I put medicine on the L4 nerve. And now I'm going to put medicine on the L5 nerve. So that's my target. Pinch. Blake, any questions in there?
Not so far.
Good.
Let me check this.
On again. Okay. Just guiding the needle down. On again. Good. So we're using X-ray to see where the needle is at all times. Good. Save that. Put it on the right. Go AP again. Need more contrast. Good. And that looks good. Save that. I'm not going to go lateral right now. I'm just going to put the contrast on it because I'm totally confident where I'm at. Online. Off. Advance it a little bit. On live again. Good. And that's the L5 nerve. A little medicine on that nerve, okay? Okay, so now we're done with the procedure. Now the issue is how does he do long term? And what we'll do is we're going to compare this to his other blocks. So we want to see if this makes a bigger difference in his function relative to what he's had done before. If it has, then I would consider this a success. If it hasn't, then we need to look elsewhere. We don't need to do a series of these, though. We don't need to do it over and over and over again. We need to see how he does with this one and compare. Are there any questions there, Blake?
No.
Okay.
Well, so back on to what you were just saying, a lot of people say you have to do a series of 3 of these. Why is that?
I don't typically do a series. I like to do them one at a time, but some doctors prefer folks get a series. They come back every 2 weeks and they're doing better, a little better each time, but I tend to prefer to do them one at a time and see how they do. I don't have a good reason to do a series per se. We may end up doing 3 procedures, but I like to reevaluate at the end of each procedure.
So why do 3 when one will do the trick?
Well, that's true. I mean, if one does the trick, there's no purpose in doing the next 2. That's true.
Good deal.
All right, you want to just leave it there? Thanks, y'all. Thanks for doing this.